live when you've been struck.
All right, let's see if this works. I didn't even say anything about Carona. That's the thing. I hadn't gotten to that point yet. I just talked about whether or not I was getting my goddamn stimulus check, and then no more for me. Okay, so it looks like we're live, I think. For those of you who are unaware,
I'm just refreshing my sub box to see if it comes up.
YouTube yeeted me the fuck out for the last stream midway through the 4-minute mark. And I thought that I had a community strike, but it seems like I don't have a strike. It just... I don't know what happened, Molly. I'm genuinely confused.
And it was the rarefied stealth yeet.
It was, because I didn't realize I was yeeted until I looked at the amount of people watching and it said 0, and I'm like, excuse? Pardon?
What's there you go. Yeah. You showed up in my notifications, but not my sub box. All right, whatever.
YouTube, fix your shit. Am I right? I feel like I'm right.
You be right.
All right, so let's see if the actual video itself is available. What day is it? March 22nd? Yeah, I mean, it's on my... Is it this one? I am genuinely confused. Okay, but yeah, anyway, Polly joined us after we went off air, so he's trying to avoid you guys.
I was here the whole time. I was here before it began. I just couldn't get in because YouTube, you know. I saw you guys talking mad trash about how late I was going to be. I was actually on time.
The last word I heard was epidemic. Oh, shit. Well, obviously, that's probably what it was that occurred. Thank you, John Woodruff, for the $5 donation over on the Super Chats. Geez, I send you money and all hell breaks loose. Let's try this again. Yes, definitely try that out. See if it works. And apparently it does. So I don't know what happened. My stream slowed until I dropped. Yeah, and then I clicked on it, right? And I got this image. Let me pull it up for you guys. Here it is. So it says, this live event is no longer available. We've removed this video because it violates our community guidelines. You'll be able to view this video for 7 days from when it was removed. This period allows you to review the content and decide whether you wish to submit an appeal. So I obviously submitted an appeal thinking, hey, you know, there's not a big deal there. But here's the thing, right? Didn't YouTube go completely automated after all of this coronavirus nonsense happened?
The kids are calling it the Nona now. But yes,
yeah. It did. The Nona. Yeah, so YouTube went completely automated, which means that in 7 days, probably, no one will be able to manually review it anyway, right? Unless
that's what I understand. They'll be eating stuff that doesn't even violate their community guidelines.
So does that mean I get to put up with that nonsense?
Correct.
This is absolute bullshit.
Seems that way.
I didn't even do anything or say anything nearly warranting such nonsense. I was talking about how I probably was disqualified from the stimulus check that everyone else is going to get. That's not worthy of a community guideline violation. I think not. Is it?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
It's your foul mouth and sexual deviancy. That is what violates guidelines. What?
I guess. I wouldn't know. Stream was terminated due to terms of service. I don't know what this means for the channel, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully it's all a big kerfuffle and it's not a big deal.
I like that word.
A kerfuffle?
Yeah, it sounds like it should be a friend on Sesame Street. Let's go talk to Kerfuffle. See what he's up to.
Yes, let's. But in the event that, you know, not only is school taken away from me, but YouTube is taken away from me, I might just have a conniption. The world is pushing me towards being a hermited, closed-minded introvert person, Polly. They don't want me to exist on a plane of existence where I'm happy.
Bastards. Bastards.
Those assholes.
Hold on, I'm just trying to slide everything. I can't get the multiple windows that I want to have open for a stream ever open and ordered properly for my liking.
You poor thing.
Because I want to have pop-out chat and Streamlabs and the Hangout that we're in, plus a browser open, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 things, and I'm trying to order them all. And
well, that's why you should have a 32-inch TV screen as your monitor, Polly.
Well, I have a secondary monitor over here. I've got my laptop monitor and then an external monitor, which, by the way, happens to be 32 inches.
32. Really? 32. Wow. See, I'm using the TV that Dad got me when I got straight A's in high school, because that was always the deal. If I get straight A's, I get a TV in my room. And now I'm using it as a computer monitor. There we go.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. There, okay. Everything's kind of working.
You got it? Are you going to be okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Ball Potato is asking if am I not mandated to stay away a certain number of yards from children? No. Polly. You're thinking of Jack, older guy, creepier, Asian. Polly. That's me.
No. Jack is mandated to stay, over 100 feet away from all violin schools.
And math. COVID.
Are you okay? Are you going to be alive in the next 2 weeks or so?
It's violin and math schools.
Violin schools and math tutoring sites.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Means of Destruction says this is why you need AOL. I love that there's people that still use AOL, beepers. What else?
I don't know what is an AOL.
America Online, my dear.
Yeah. I've never had the opportunity to use it, but I think Boyfriend uses it as his email website thing.
Oh, is that right? I watch this channel called LGR for lazy game reviews, but he moved on from just reviewing games, so he just goes by LGR now.
Mm-hmm.
He does all sorts of old tech stories of he's been a computer nerd for a long time, and I'm gonna build my Windows 98 dream computer, and at the time it would have cost like $4,900 to build it at the super tech of the time. So I don't know why I find it interesting, because he's funny, number one, and he gets so excited over old tech, and then he talks about here's one of the first laptops put out by IBM, and the thing weighs like 14 pounds and sounds like a fucking Harrier jet taking off when the fans start up. It's actually a really good channel. It's a lot of fun. LGR, check it out, but not now. Stay here and listen to us.
Enjoy us. It sounds like a jet taking off. Yeah, that sounds what my computer sounds like when it is that I'm trying to play a video game online with people through the PC. It seems that I need to also upgrade my potato, Polly. That much is clear to me. It's not a driver's issue. It is strictly a motherboard issue, I think.
Well, speaking of that, we'll get back to that in just a hot second, because this relates. Tiberius Kirk, thank you for the $5. Here's some for the potato. I am apt to like anyone who goes by the name Tiberius Kirk. Good on you. I love that name.
Similarly, I also would like to thank Tiberius Kirk for his donation to my Streamlabs. Screw YouTube, but here's some money. Sunday wouldn't be the same without the cocktail hour. And I agree. Don't you, Polly?
Oh,
Screw
yeah,
YouTube,
absolutely.
And also, Sunday wouldn't be the same without my beautiful face.
Well, no, it wouldn't. Although, as a side note, I wouldn't mind seeing your beautiful face say an hour to 90 minutes later than we presently do. Just say it. A little bit more of a night owl than you. It's kind of.
Is this too early, Polly?
It's a little bit too early.
Is it? Oh, you poor thing. Did you have to go all the way up and make yourself some coffee and accommodate yourself to someone else's schedule?
I'm sensing sarcasm a little bit.
We all make sacrifices, Polly.
And over on the Streamlabs Lion Patriot for the $5. Thank you very much, Lion Patriot. Have you picked out a computer mouse? And I'm uncomfortable with this question, and I'll tell you why. Because I was looking over computer mice.
Wait. Of all of the things to be asked, that's the question that makes you uncomfortable?
Well, I guess someone could ask a deeply personal question, but I mean, let me tell you why I find that disturbing, because I was just looking over computer mice eye lately, and it makes me wonder. Stay out of my head, man.
It's pronounced meese. Excuse you.
Stand corrected. I was just looking over computer mouses, and I'm like, you turn your NSA scanware off, Lion Patriot. God damn it. I gotta say, I don't think while I've grown an appreciation to some of like the super techie, ergonomic, hyper detailed gamer meese out there.
Meese.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with one.
You don't want a mouse? A meese?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a kick out of that.
Unholy Reaper says this coming from a fuck nut who can't even get off his ass and do a goddamn noir bar, Polly. You know what I like? It's the diplomacy of which the way Unholy Reaper makes his statements.
I like the fact that Unholy Reaper called you a fuck nut, because that's my favorite insult.
Is it fuck nut? Yeah.
Fuck nut or fuck nugget.
I don't know. I've got a
patent pending.
Patent pending. I've got a video that I just was watching. I threw it together yesterday. The main structure and outline of it, and started collecting pictures, and it's gonna piss him off. I thought of him right away when I did this, because it's about firearms, and a certain content creator out there that I subscribe to did this channel of top 5 guns that I want but will never be able to afford. So he named some fancy custom different guns, right, all ranging from $5,000 and up, all handguns. Okay, and I got, because according to his taste, why he wanted this one or that one. But I started thinking, my tastes being a broke grad student are a lot lower than this. I'm putting together my own top 5 list.
Top 5 budget buys?
But top 5 inexpensive guns that are still out of the range of this broke grad student.
Polly, I think you need to work on that title a little bit.
Well, I'm going to shorten it. I'm going to cut it down. But the idea is like, these are like personal choice top 5, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't expect anyone else to want these guns, because people are just gonna go, why don't you realize that blah blah blah. And if I actually had anything more than a microscopic following, it might cause a minor ripple in the firearms community, but nobody watches my channel, so I'll largely get away with it, except for people like Unholy Ripper that'll be very angry.
Thank you, Janix. Ericus. Oh god, there's a reason I'm not an English major. Thank you, Janix Ericus, for the donation. Yo, Weebs, what's up? Smiley face. Well, you see, we're live streaming Cocktail Hour, and YouTube is trying to kick me off. And I think that's going to be the title, is YouTube Hates Weebo Cocktail Hour. The cocktail hour that never was, or was almost not. I don't know. It's a work in progress, but we'll get there. That is super depressing. Oh, by the way, guys.
Oh, Hammer's here. Sweet.
He is. But guys, if you would like to donate to either myself or Polly, you will find our links to our Streamlabs down in the description down below. If you would like to not donate to YouTube, that is entirely your choice, but you have that option as well. Help Polly get himself a not potato, and maybe perhaps like a vodka-based system, and also help YouTube break into, or help Weebo break into that YouTube gaming section of content, because I would really like to be able to play 7 Days to Die with people online through the Discord, which is also linked in the description.
Now you don't want to play that game.
No, I actually really like, and I enjoy it when my computer doesn't go on the fritz about it when I'm playing. It's actually kind of sad. It's actually worrisome too, because it feels like this thing is going to explode right next to me when it is I play that, and then all of a sudden everything just cuts out. It's a bad time.
Isaac Yepis says, what is your AVI, Polly? Someone help. What does that mean?
Oh god.
I feel I'm being made fun of, but I can't tell. Maybe not. I don't know.
Now I have to Google.
I mean, I understand AVI video format, but
audio video interleave.
Interface maybe.
AVI audio visual design integration and support. Maybe? Question mark?
I use an HDMI cable, my friend. I doubt that's what you're asking, though.
I use HDMI. No, that's not what they're asking. I don't
it could have been. You don't know.
Why would YouTube hate Weebo? That's a good freaking question, but you know what? They tried to get rid of me already today. And so we're not going to test the limits of their toleration. Not tonight, at least. I don't want one of my great loves in this world. Yeah, let's not test their toleration of myself.
You just didn't want to go with the much shorter tolerance. You just want to rate the toleration.
Yeah, I did. Deal with it. No, but like, okay, like I am in, I think it's day 5 of quarantine, day 10 of being home. And if I have to like sacrifice YouTube on top of everything else that it is that I've had to give up because of this goddamn freaking bullshit virus, I will honestly have a conniption. Like if I get kicked off of YouTube because YouTube can't bother to staff its community guideline reviewers, there will be hell to pay.
Oh, I hear you, and I don't think I absolutely hear you, and I don't think you're going to be the first one to say this. Like I think there's going to be mistaken, and if you get my meaning, unmistaken yeetings all over the fucking place. Seems like a cheap goddamn excuse. We're going to be getting rid of all sorts of videos that never did anything wrong, at least anything we're willing to explain, because COVID. Like, oh, fuck off. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, and you only have, 7 days to review and submit an appeal? I submitted it right away. How much you want to bet that no one is actually going to watch it within the next 7 days because of the fact that we're all quarantined at home together? Yay!
Evolved Potato, thank you very much for the asterisk #0. It didn't render properly, the amount. It's actually like an asterisk and a £. And
have you tried reloading?
I'll refresh that page in just a second. Evolved Potato, thank you for the undisclosed and retracted
amount redacted.
Yes. Thank you very much for the amount redacted. On the top of my list for guns I want is that, oh shit, I've always had a hard time pronouncing this. Forgive my butchery. On the top 5 I'm listening, I wanted to say Schwervergustav or the German railgun. But let me know. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Did you just hear that?
Yeah, was that your microphone stand?
Yes, it was. That's exactly what it. Oh my God. That's what happened.
That's what it sounds like.
Did you? Okay, holy fuck, that was weird as shit. Evolved Potato, what are you doing? You're sending weird vibes through and fucking wish it. Okay, the armature and it's got the springs on it to give it tension. So
yeah, whatever. I have one of those. That's why I know what it sounded like.
One of the spring mounts just popped off and the spring flew across the room.
Well, don't do that.
Wow, I didn't even touch it. I was just talking into the mic and all of a sudden, and my bass tones vibrated it so hard that
apparently. All right, calm down, Polly.
That was weird and creepy. Okay, hold on. Let me finish reading this thing. But let me know when you get your good PC. I still want to get you that Black Sad game to stream. Oh, yeah, right. I did look up this game, Black Sad, that Evolved Potato had mentioned back in the day, and I'd forgotten about until he mentioned right now. Definitely want to play it. No, Hammer, I didn't punch my mic. So I didn't even touch it.
All right, my turn. Thank you, Janix, who donated to say, super chats suck, by the way. I forgot. Anyway, I'm going to the fridge to get some Corona beer. Data. We have some actually in the house, I think. And also, thank you to Lion Patriot, who donated to the Streamlabs to say, Weebo, Joe Lander and I will be unstoppable team against zombies. Speaking of, gaming and whatnot, the Discord link is in the description, and we try to do game nights, but that seems to be less possible given the state of my PC. But it not forever, I promise you. But in addition to that, we also do movie nights sometimes. And most recently, we did Quest for Camelot, I believe 2 nights ago. And It was a cringe fest, but it was a nostalgic cringe fest, and I enjoyed every moment of it. And I
was
hope
there.
the viewers did as well. Were you there for the whole time? Because I felt like, didn't you just
I
dip out halfway through?
Falling asleep is not dipping out.
Ah, you did go AFK. Okay, I was just wondering.
I totally went AFK. I woke
was
up
it
and I'm
that
like,
boring?
I was like, we were watching a movie. What? Oh, it's 4 hours later. Never mind. I know what happened.
Yeah.
I just...
Yeah, that's what happened. Were you okay? When you are on your system, are you like at a desk chair? Is that where you fell asleep, or were you like just lounging around on the couch enjoying the movie with
No,
us?
I was in a chair. I did the grad student sleep, you know, where you put your
go,
fist into your cheek. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
exactly. That I fell asleep like that, and then eventually you slide down onto your forearm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right. Exactly. Yep. Those were the motions. Because this chair,
I am familiar with this pose. I do it during class sometimes when I am extremely tired.
This chair has big, tall arms that are padded, which are not conducive to staying awake when. Yeah.
Well, next time we watch a movie, stay the fuck awake, why don't you? Just kidding.
Yeah, it's funny. Unholy Reaper, he's a Polly, you want to see a needlessly expensive piece of hardware? Look at okay, hold on. Honing rotary round action rifle. Okay, I will. I'm going to cut and paste that and take a look at it. I'm always interested in seeing like the needless, like Weebs. There's a rifle, I can't remember which, and I'm sure someone like if Assassin of the Greys out there on Holy Reaper, whoever understands the technical matters, the rivet counters, as I affectionately call them, are going to name. There was a rifle created, German rifle in I believe for World War II, that we want it to be a semi-automatic rifle, but in case the semi-automatic action fails, we also want it to be a manual bolt action rifle. Wait, what?
It's the best of both worlds.
Well, no, it's an overly complicated, over-engineered piece of crap with a million different fucking springs in it that has about 1,000 weight.
Best of both worlds.
And it's like a legendary rifle for being so complicated when you open up the top hatch and look inside of it. I've never seen one in real life, only from YouTube videos, but it's like, look at the guts of that thing. It looks like a fucking motor car in there. There's so much stuff and springs and tension and wheels and pulleys and hamsters and cages. It's just crazy.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it, and I'm also a basic gun bitch. So,
I don't buy that.
You don't buy that?
No, because you increased your cred for me a lot. Where you said I want to buy so now I'm all treating my mic armature very gingerly. When you said I want to buy a gun, and I'm thinking I want to go revolver, and I'm like, that's a Weebo win. That's a
Thank
Weebo
you.
Win. No, well, what people now? I'm not a huge wheel gun guy, okay, but I appreciate the wheel gun. It has its advantages, and for somebody to say this is what I want, it's effective, it's useful. Ignore the people that tell you you're not being modern and are just trying to poo-poo on your self-defense choice. That's bullshit. Don't listen to them.
Well, I've narrowed it down to a very small selection of revolvers. So it would be a snub-nosed or snub-tipped hammerless revolver. From there, I'm thinking I'll test out the different varieties that are available to me and make my decision from that small pool of guns.
You know what? In a lot of ways, it's like semi-automatics, like meaning magazine loading slide top guns. There's a world of guns out there for you, weebs. All the way to like brand new funky stuff like the Chiappa Rhino, where it fires from the bottom cylinder and it looks all super cool. And it's in every second movie now because it's got a very distinctive look to it. There's that. And then there's like the hammer on the back of the gun is actually just a cocking mechanism and isn't a true hammer because the firing it's wild. If you like revolvers, the world's your oyster. There's lots and lots of great choices from cheap to fancy to
Ooh, okay. All right. Relevant conversation topic. Daniel Coleman in the chat says, since we're talking weapons, will we get the bladed weapon show and tell? Polly, shall we do that this evening?
Sorry, I just popped my can and missed the last part. Shall we do which this evening?
Bladed weapon show and tell. Because I have all my stuff on me.
On your person this very moment? That's weird.
It's within the bounds of this room.
No, why don't since you're on Daddy Jones, Papa Jones forced quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling some other people in Discord about that. We were making fun of you. It was a good time.
Oh, gee, thanks. I love being made fun of behind my back and not to my face.
No. It was a poor Weebo situation. I'm like, her father has declared quarantine, and I was telling him, and I was like, I was picturing him as Moses with the robe and the staff and all, going, "Thou shalt not enter the kingdom of this."
Yeah.
And if
hang on,
she's okay, I will stay here. And hey, Jim Heelis is here. Hey, Jim, how's it going? I saw Lucky Pop Tart was in chat. That's always cool if she shows up. Chat lives matters. According to Sugar. No specific questions. I was just looking down, hoping somebody came up with a question, but no dice. All right, I'll talk about what I want to. I'm thinking of starting a second channel that's all gun stuff, but seeing as how nobody knows me in the YouTube gun community, I'm not really sure it's a good idea. But if I put it on my main channel, just Polydub, my only channel, it's going to be confusing. It'll be all of a sudden there's like ballistic wound research paper analysis. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. But yeah, no, I'm gonna throw out my top 5 guns video for sure and piss a lot of people off. Dan Fulman, Poly, is your college still open? No, sir. I mean, technically it is, but it's basically on COVID-19 quarantine shutdown, meaning classes and meetings and social distancing and all of that stuff. So it's more or less shut down. Yeah.
It seems to be that I am taking all of the internet. They're trying to watch a movie downstairs and it's buffering, and we're not buffering, so I must be hogging the bandwidth or something.
You know what you need to do?
You
need to turn down your damn bandwidth.
Well, how the fuck do I do that? Hang on.
Over on the Streamlabs, Jan X for $3. Thank you very much. Polly, how you doing today? Kiss, kiss, no homo, though. Well, I appreciate that.
Like, ideally, this shouldn't alter their ability to stream content, right? I mean, it's never before, and now all of a sudden it is.
I would argue back to them that they're trying to watch something on what? Hulu, Netflix, that kind of thing?
Maybe. Probably
my response to them is, excuse me, I should have muted my mic there. I apologize.
You're fine.
There's nothing new going on here. The only thing new going on is that a whole bunch of people are watching Netflix at the same time. There's your bandwidth demand.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Let me ask them if that's the case.
Okay.
So did you want to do the Netflix thing? Or not the Netflix thing, the knife thing?
No, because I don't have all my... Well, I mean, we could, but I'd be like rustling looking for stuff. My Naginata's off in the back of my closet and shit like that. So I'll tell you what. Since you are under Papa Moses Jones's quarantine, why don't we do an additional bonus cocktail hour in a couple of days, at which time we will do our knife sharings, bladed sharings.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah? How's that strike you?
What day would be good for you? Wednesday, I will be on Golden Age Radio, I believe.
Wednesday, I will be on Comic Book Curation, which you can find over on my channel, where we talk about everything in and around comic books, including background stuff and all sorts of other fun things. And I'm just going to put my link in the chat. Shameless shill. Polly. But with that said, how about Tuesday?
Tuesday works. Hang on. An influx of viewers will slow down their servers.
Jim Heelis, Polly, the mean exam score in my micro class before closing campus was 68. The mean on the current exam is 84. Well, what do you think? COVID got rid of the less academically adept people? Is that what I'm picking up off of that? That's terrible.
Same time, same place. So like, this time, Tuesday. Okay.
Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll do a special cocktail hour over here, assuming that Weebo Jones doesn't pull another community guidelines strike for her sexual degeneracy or something.
Cocktail Hour Weapons Edition.
There we go.
I like it.
Vol Potato question, Polly. Do you like Black Sad for the noir? For the detective noir part or the furry shit part? Furry shit. I didn't even know there was furry to the detective noir because that was the only part that I was aware of.
Hang on. Sorry.
Jimmy, get this, Weebs. Jimmy Hila says they went to self-proctored online testing for all classes.
Yes, they did. And you know what? It's going to be the easiest semester of my life, Polly.
I now get your point of why the mean rose, Jim. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I totally stayed within the time range. I didn't use reference guides. Called a friend to ask questions. No.
Thank you to Janix for the donation over on the Streamlabs. I am going to Netflix and chill with my 6 wives in a video game, of course, not IRL, Kappa. Okay, Polly.
Can I ask a personal question, Weeps?
You may.
Sorry, I just registered that you were just about to ask a question. Go ahead. I'll hold mine.
No. You're fine. I was just about to make a statement of disbelief about the shenanigans that were being put through.
Did Papa Jones hoard Stella?
He actually did. He got a whole case of Stella.
Good on him.
Yeah, no, okay. So the alcohol consumption hasn't slowed down. It's just I'm 2 beers in already, and I don't want to go all the way down to the basement to get another one from the fridge because I'm on the 2nd floor and I'm lazy. And I'm also 2 beers in already. So I'm still feeling good.
Wow. Vol Potato says that the Black Sad's about anthropomorphized animals in a noir game. How do I not remember that? I remember just like dark streets and imagery. You know what? Because I went online and read the description. I didn't look at game imagery. I was just I'm easy to sell on games because I'm not a gamer, so I'm kind of like, well, I'm ignorant, is what the short. It's like you can convince me of something just by. But my first game's already been chosen for my new supercomputer.
Good.
Yeah, it's not Black Sad, sadly, but it's a good game. So.
2 beers and too many stairs. It's not a safe combination. I agree, especially since I fall up and down stairs quite frequently. So let's not test the limits on that. And also, Jen Valig says Weebo likes to drink. I've noticed that indeed is true, and it's a twofold. There's a twofold reason for that. One is the Jones family has historically enjoyed themselves a cocktail on the weekends. Several, if it can be helped. Specifically on the weekends. We like to relax. We like to unwind. Alcohol helps us do that sometimes. We're a very carefree family. But in addition to that, I'm also a college student. You have to remember, even though I'm home from school for the rest of my college experience, I'm still a college student. So. It makes sense. It's not a problem, though, until I graduate. All right? And it has been a little bit more frequent given the circumstances. I feel like they're warranted, though, because I don't really have to actually do anything or go out or drive anywhere. So, I mean...
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a time lapse. No, side-by-side picture analysis. Time lapse is harder, and I'm a lazy man. Of Weebo at the beginning of a stream compared to half hour in, quarter hour in, whatever, all the way, because you develop a Kennedy face as you're drinking, and it's kind of adorable. Just saying. I develop a what? It's what my mom calls it, Kennedy face. Like we're a drinker's face, like bright red cheeks. Your cheeks are getting redder down, and the tip of your nose gets redder, and it's my mom calls that Kennedy face. I get nice and warm and fuzzy. Yeah. It's I don't know if chat if you can see it, but she's got like the red of the cheeks going down in that particular indicative line of, yes, my capillaries are open because I'm drinking because my blood is thinner. Shut up.
Exactly. It's fine. And also, I'm down an entire, what is it, pint of blood? Because I donated recently, which, by the way, reminds me, guys, if you want an excuse to leave your household for any reason, and if you can donate blood, please do donate blood, because blood drives have become all of non-existent now, because most of the blood that they get is from college students and blood drives on campuses and whatnot. Or a lot of it is, at least. And because they've sent everyone home and people aren't congregating as much, they don't have the blood supply that they're typically used to, especially at this time of year. So please do go out and donate. There's American Red Cross, there's Versatile Blood Centers. I'm not sure if Heartland is still around anymore, but definitely please do go and donate to your local blood bank, because it helps a lot, and you're saving lives, and it's one thing you can do to help the medical needs of this country at the current state that we're in. So, PSA.
I agree. Be the change you want to see, man.
Yeah. I donate plasma every week. Yeah, Golden Age Radio. Also, thank you for that too. You can donate plasma if you feel so inclined as well. I'm not sure the limitations on donating plasma. I only ever donate blood because that's what they want from me exclusively, because I'm O neg and I'm CMV neg. So, yeah, kind of important. Not just am I a universal donor, but I donate to specifically the group of neonatals that no one else can donate to, because they've been exposed to viral infections at some point in their life. So yeah, do that. This PSC is brought to you by Vampires United. Exactly. If you can donate, please do go donate. I'm sorry, I totally just detracted from the conversation, but that's also probably another reason why it is I'm so easily Kennedy-faced after 2 beers.
Yes. So speaking of things that were going on over in Weebo's server the other night, pre-movie watch, there's a Nixie tube clock, and I've shown this to a couple of friends. Who was it that brought this up in your voice chat? Who was that?
You brought it up.
No, I didn't bring it up.
Who wants to pony up to this?
Yeah, well, I was saying that I need a clock that's old time. I need other old timey things to put in Noir Bar, and somebody mentioned Nixie tube lights, and I was like, "What?" And I vaguely knew what they were. Like, I've seen these before, but I did not know that name and did not know to look for them. This is actually wrong time period. It's mid-50s and up, but look how old-timey that is.
Aren't you a time-traveling bartender, though? So it doesn't matter if it's the wrong time period? You could have freaking sand, like, hourglass thing or a sundial.
It's true. I could bring things back from the future. It's true.
Exactly.
See, I thought about placing this on the bar and then animating the Nixie tube lights to actually show the current time, and I could do that. And the numbers that show it would be really easy to import a script to have it the accurate time of whatever it really is. But I mean, seriously, my birthday's coming up in several months. If you guys want to buy me this, just saying.
Yeah. Do you have an Amazon wish list with it on it?
No.
Well, you should probably fix that.
Yeah.
Because if you had one, I could put it in the description, and a kind and lovely viewer could purchase it for you for your birthday. Just saying.
That's true. But honestly, I'd rather you tell me, chat, which is less blatant. Something you would want, like an amenity. Let's call that clock an amenity. Something you don't really need. It's just going to be there, but you'd like to have it to be a nice possession, right? Or something you need to enhance the streamification. Like, what would you rather see on a streamer's Amazon wish list? Computer parts like game capture cards, motherboards, stuff to step up their game, or amenities? Would you rather see legit gifts or stuff where they're obviously just trying to use their audience to up their game to increase their audience size? Which is worse.
Polly, let them make the decision for themselves. Put both on there, and then if they want to purchase what it is that you need or want, then let them
touche.
Make the decision for themselves. I mean,
touche. I like it. Yeah. You put all of the things.
Exactly.
Sheograth takes the coward's way out. It's a mix of both. Duh.
Exactly.
Yeah, fine. It's obviously both. You're right, Sheograth.
They need an Sheograth. In light of recent events, people no longer search for soulmates on dating sites. They need an isoulmate.
Wow.
I like that. Oh, hi, Scribe. How are you? Wow. I get a kick every time he does that specific announcement of my name. I don't know why. I need him to record it and send it to me for my own personal use. I don't know. Maybe I put in a soundboard.
That
Click
is
it
something
whenever I enter the room.
That is something that I'm looking forward to with a new computer, is a proper soundboard. I've been collecting collecting certain sound clips, but then also letting other golden sound clips pass me by because it's like, I don't have a soundboard ready. There's no point for that yet. I really got to get on that. But you do have a NASA computer, Weebs, or at least one that could be turned into one. Where's your soundboard? Where's your soundboard, young lady?
I never thought to produce a, I don't have a soundboard, which, you know, there's no excuse for that. I just didn't think about incorporating a soundboard onto my system, which I could totally do that. I just need more desk space is all. Maybe
Not so
that'll
much
be a
for
purchase when it is that I move out.
Do you have a numpad on your keyboard?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
I can use that.
Yeah, well, of course, absolutely. You know what I'm thinking of running is just, you know, the separate plug-in USB numpads, you know? Yeah, run it off of that.
Yeah.
That's not my brilliant idea. That was a suggestion from a number of different videos. It's a cheap, easy, straightforward way. Just you can just map the numpads for your various sounds or whatever you want. Software that runs it.
Use my bum keyboard that I have, that's just in case this one doesn't pan out. Maybe. I don't know. But that one's less noisy, so it's less fun.
Daniel Fulman asks, how is the computer savings? The Spud Fund. It's coming along very nicely, thank you. Recent events have made it more difficult. You know, COVID.
Yeah.
Man goes to the grocery store to get some penne for his own particular clam sauce penne mixture. And yeah, dry pasta. You sucker. You thought that was going to be available?
Well, why don't you have a 3-month supply stash of penne pasta at your dwelling currently, Polly?
Because I don't buy in 6 months. This was a week ago. People forget how quickly this happened.
I have always had spare pasta in my cabinets, though, Polly. Even before there was an outbreak.
Okay, why did you just get all school marmy with me? What just happened?
I don't know. Yeah, Polly, why don't you have a 6-month supply of penne pasta just on a normal, regular basis, Polly?
Well, you know what I've got? I've got the whatever the corkscrew one is, Fusini, whatever.
Rotini.
Not
That's rotini.
Is it?
Yes.
In any case, I've got that, and then I've got spaghetti, and I've got spaghettini. But my favorite is penne, or the one I use the most often. And so yeah, I ran out of it, so I go to the grocery store to get more, and it's like, fuck. The entire aisle was just empty as hell. No rice to be found, no pasta to be found.
You poor thing. I'm so sorry.
But I'm fine with rice. I got lots.
That's fair. See, I'm a big fan of the rotini. I don't know why. I just really like the look of it. It's very pleasant. It's very pleasing. It's aesthetically pleasing to myself. Paul, you wanted to make a Victorian Thanksgiving. Would you want to make a Victorian Easter meal?
See, now that I was just reading that very comment going, I don't know what a Victorian Easter meal is. Considering I wanted to do a Victorian Christmas, I'm very interested in the Victorian Easter meal. I had never thought of that. Let's look into this.
All right, I'm Googling it right now.
Cool. All right, that'll save me the trouble because, you know, slow computer and all.
Yes. I'm here for you. I got you. A truly Victorian experience. Victorian Easter celebrations. Well, this was published a few years ago. Not bad. Dying Easter. Okay, I think this is the intro. Brightly colored paper. Ugh. Infamous peeps were not invented until the 1950s, really? John Cadbury began distributing chocolate eggs in 1842. Sweet candy treats became a staple of Easter celebrations, as we all know today. So what I'm hearing is a plethora of candies. Okay, here it is. Families also gather today over Easter meals. Ham or lamb served as the meal's main dish, paired with local vegetable dishes. Hot cross buns and Easter breads were also bountiful at family dinners in order to not waste the eggs from the egg hunts. Various egg dishes were also introduced to these meals. I think that's it. So, ham or lamb, hot cross buns, and local vegetables. Sound manageable, Polly?
Yep, I can do that.
Yeah. All right. Good. You know what I like? That's Victorian in style. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but no, not that. Hang on. I really like Victorian house styles for whatever reason.
Oh, so do I. Oh, really quick, Angela, Fusellini, it's a corkscrew tube as opposed to Rotini, which is more like an Archimedes screw. I see the distinction. Okay, yeah. Weebs and I were talking sort of past each other there a little. I get it. Thank you, Angela.
But yeah, look at this architecture style.
Oh, I know. Look at this shit. Oh my god.
There is something attractive about that nice big porch, the trim, the way the shingles are on the side of the house, and the presence of the towers. For whatever reason, I like myself a nice tower.
Sure.
But I'm having trouble finding houses of this particular style where it is that I would like to live, you know? Like this. Oh, this is gorgeous. And they're not as popular as I'd like them to be. And they can be 3 stories too. That's another thing. But here's the kicker, right? They don't usually come with really nice backyards, like really big backyards, and that's another thing that I really need is a large backyard. Ooh. I'm very particular about what it is that I like in a household, as you can tell. Okay. This house attached to that garage. Polly. What's up? What's going on here?
What's the deal?
Who decided that this was a good idea? They don't match. Aesthetically, this is all wrong. Disgusting. Ooh. It's a double wrap porch. Look at that. Sorry, I felt the need to bask in the aesthetics for a little bit. Since you brought up Victorians, I thought it was only fair. Oh, Scribe. Tell Weebo, nag Weebo to check her Gmail. Okay, I will. Who's sending me what? Oh, he sent me the Weebo sound. Hang on. It's downloading. I'll play it for you guys.
Weebo.
Did you do more than one?
Weebo.
He did.
Weebo.
It sounds like you're playing it along a keyboard. It's great. Weebo.
Oh, that made my day. It did. Ooh, good question from Daniel Coleman. Weebo, if you were given a corset, or if you were given a Victorian house, but you had to dress in Victorian clothes, including the corset, would you take that deal? I could see myself as wearing Victorian clothing. Wait, but just to be sure, let's look at Victorian clothing. Probably this is the portion of the stream where we talk about historically accurate shenanigans. Clothing.
Well, yes, and I have questions for you. Is it the giant cage for the dress that would concern you more or cause you more obstructions, or the tightly wrapped corset? I'm curious.
Probably the corset. That would give me more pause because I like to relax. I like to lounge. I like to slump, which I know is not good for your back. But I do, unfortunately, like to do that. But I could totally get away with this. Hang on. Let's actually Victorian women's clothing. I don't know if I would tolerate the big puffy sleeves. Hang on. Let's see. Women. Examples? Because I don't want drawings. I want like actual examples of this nonsense.
Advocatus Diaboli says them bone corsets are murder. I believe it. Not even going to start an argument.
I don't want a drawing. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? In cosplay. Those are usually decently accurate, I would think. Nope. Maybe. I don't know if that seems more steampunky.
I can see you running hard with some steampunk stuff. I don't know why.
I like that dress a lot. I especially like the hat. Like, especially. I really like that dress. Especially the color, too. The color is, oh, gorgeous. Yes, okay, so I could wear this. Absolutely could wear this. I don't know if I could wear this.
That's a little complicated.
Maybe that. The frilly sleeves, they would be an adjustment, but I could do it. I could dig this too. I could absolutely pull this off. The bonnet especially, because I look adorable. Yeah, okay. I will say I could absolutely 100% rock a nice Victorian dress if I wanted to. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Yeah, those bone corsets are murder. I've never had the pleasure of wearing a bone corset. I do think I have a steel one, though. At least I think.
Well, don't the wire underwires and bras give you some kind of sense of what it would be like?
Well, so the underwire is only to the underwire is not something that extends past like the under area of the boob. So it doesn't hold in the rest of everything else that is the jiggly bits. So the stomach, the sides, it doesn't shape that area. We would have to do that ourselves with like shapewear, which is similar in what its function is intended to do, but it's not similar in the fact that it's not as stressful on the body.
Richo says, don't pretend you don't know, Polly. Let me tell you something. I don't know directly, but I have a sense. And let me tell you where my sense comes from. I've gone suit shopping in the last 2 years. You try putting on a men's suit and tell me you don't know what it feels like to have on A, corset, or B, fucking straight jacket. What the fuck is with men's fashion lately? Holy shit. If you can't stretch, like, point with both your fingers at something straight in front of you, have you just torn the fabric on the back of your suit? Then it's too damn tight.
Polly, have you ever tried shapewear?
Shapewear?
Yeah.
What is that?
Spanx. I'll send you a link.
Well, I've already got plenty of saved links to Spanx sites.
Not what I meant. Oh. It's basically like a elastic shapewear for the like lower part of your torso and your legs, all the way from here to here. Like,
so it's cotton with a touch of lycra. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's meant to hold things in.
To
shape things.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way girls talk about certain yoga pants being a bra for your butt. How many times I've heard girls say that on campus?
Kind of, yeah, actually. But a little bit less freeing.
Yeah, Ryan Welch says pants so tight she'll know your religion. Yeah, and Daniel Fullman, get Polly ranting on skinny suits. No, don't. See, this is why I'm hoping that the super baggy clothes that Billie Eilish is wearing, and how all teenage girls seem obsessed with Billie Eilish, that her baggy clothes obsession will fall over to them and thus influence the rest of fashion to stop with the skin tight straight jacket suits for men. I'm hoping somehow there'll be a domino effect over.
Just tell your tailor that you like a little bit of breathing room.
Oh man, this is not fashion forward, is the phrase I was told repeatedly.
Okay, tell him you don't give a fuck. You're paying him to do a job. Do it.
Yeah, it's like I'm looking for more like a classic timeless look.
Mm-hmm.
I have hopes that cuffs will come back and that double-breasted suits will come back. They're forlorn hopes, I know, but I can still hope.
What I don't hope comes back is the oversized jacket with the ties that are freaking massive. That's just not my aesthetic.
Sounds like you're describing a clown. What do you mean?
Let's see, oversized suit jackets and big ties.
Oh, you mean like early 1990s stuff where there's like one button and it's at like your belt buckle level?
I think so. I'd have to find an example. It's not like it hangs down to your knees, but like it looks like you are enveloped in a coat 2 sizes big for you, you know?
Oh yeah, I know the kind you mean. And Janik says the 1990s. Yeah, it was overdone, definitely overdone back then. It's just I don't like I said. I watch a lot of old films, and it's like, look at that. That man has room to move and looks good. And why can't we have this?
I would like the suits to have breathing room, but not enough room where you can swim in the suit, you know?
Yep. Goddamn right.
There's a nice happy middle ground, and I feel like we went from one end of the extreme to the other end of the extreme. Probably. Unless there is a further extreme that we can go, in which case... please don't bring back parachute pants.
Yeah, I hear you. See, I've got this running theory.
Yeah.
Hear me out on this, Weebs.
Go ahead.
You might have heard me say this before in a pill pop and drunken rant that I had gone on at some other point. But if I have, stop me. In any time period, you should be able to know that you're running something to the extreme. You should know that 10 or 15 years from now, looking at photographs, you're going to be asking yourself, what the fuck was I thinking? In 1977, you should have known putting on a lime green one-piece polyester leisure suit that goes all the way down to your belly button in terms of how open the chest is with 4-inch lapels that you should have been able to. I look like an asshole. You should have known.
Should have known.
Yes. Look, wait a minute. The diameter of my cuffs is the same as the diameter of my waistband. Maybe these bell bottoms are a little bit extreme. When you were putting on your jeans in the 1990s and they were baggy jeans because they were coming into fashion, it's like, oh yeah, a little bit more roomier jeans. Oh yeah, crazy roomy jeans. And then you put on a pair of jeans that had enough denim to make jeans for 3 men. You should have known.
How about when people wear 3 different types of denim at the exact same time?
Yeah. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Like people are like, well, how are you supposed to know in the middle of a fashion thing? When it becomes extreme, remember the knobby shoes that were like, they were in fashion. Now they're coming out of fashion and people are putting those shoes away, even though they've paid crazy amounts of money for them. I'm talking about men's dress shoes. They come off the toe by about 2 or 3 inches and they have a square front to them.
You mean like the shoe itself ends where
2 or 3 inches off the man's toe.
Yeah, but like that space is open space still.
Correct.
Yes,
and they generally have a square front. I saw people tripping over their own feet, having difficulty making it upstairs because the front of their shoes were catching the steps. And it's like, how could you not tell? This was an extreme call. It was stupid. It's like men walking around in the. I watch 70s films, right? Guys walking around in platform shoes. You've got a 3-inch heel and you're a man. How did you not know you're going to look back at this and laugh at yourself? Who are you, Prince? You can't get away with that. Right?
Nope. Someone is asking me about the different types of denim, and I'm specifically referring to like the different colors of denim. So they have dark denim, they have medium colored denim, they have really light blue denim. Like if it's a blue denim, and you have 3 different colors of blue denim that you're wearing at the exact same time, that's not going to go over well. Just going to look a little bit silly. You want to combine your denim, one color denim, with a whatever color shirt you want. It's really that simple. Anything else is just overkill. And that goes for either jeans and a shirt combination, or like a denim shirt and a like khaki pant combination. Like
Right.
mix and match, but do not double up on the denim. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Well, Advocate says that fashion trends tend to cycle in 20 or 30-year periods. Generally, I agree, but then some things fall out of the cycle. I'm still waiting for the hooded cloak to come back.
You mean the sweatshirt, Polly?
No, hooded cloak, Weebs.
The sweatshirt.
Now, think of high fantasy and like a thief
Yes.
walking around, like, or think of Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi, a hooded cloak, like full length, floor length hooded cloak. That, I mean, it's actually very practical in a lot of ways, because you know it's raining, you can pull it all around yourself and pull the hood down. It's got a lot of fashion things because you can step out of a room and whip it with a big flourish and go, I have had enough of you. And you know, I'm waiting. You know, it's a way of being Batman, but in an everyday thing. Where's the hooded cloak? Damn it!
Well, Polly, I would counter that with why aren't you being a trendsetter? Why haven't you brought back the hooded cloak, Polly?
You got a point. And Ryan Walters says Polly's waiting for the Assassin's Creed look to come back. Yeah. Exactly. Along those, what is this so bad, really? And you know, you could jump down 4 or 5 steps and have it go whoosh, up behind you. I mean, come on, gentlemen, tell me you're not into this idea.
I could see it. I could definitely see it. So what you're saying is you want to look like a Jedi full time.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm just clarifying here. You want to look like a Jedi full time. You want to be able to walk into a place of employment and not be judged because you look like a Jedi as a complete and absolute nerd who can grow out of his love of Star Wars, even though the current situation with Star Wars is abysmal and bleak. That's what you want to do?
A Vol Potato, thank you for the $1. Can we all agree that Victorian style suits are awesome? That shit is the definition of proper suit wear. Yeah, Victorian and Edwardian, fantastic men's suits, no question. Especially because they were into layering then. You know, you would have like, there's the shirt and then the vest often, and then a jacket and then an outer jacket and sometimes a walking cloak.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know, and you wore according to the weather. You know, you wouldn't necessarily wear all of them at one time, but you know, the layering effect. Now it's like men's stuff is like shirt, jacket, or shirt, jacket, coat. That's all you get. And it's like, that's no good.
I like the Victorian style, but I feel like I need to add patterns to the jackets. Like it needs to look like a pirate's jacket, you know?
Yeah.
Right,
Daniel Fullman says a hooded cloak smoking jacket. Well, there is me being the change that I want to be, because I wear a smoking jacket and I don't care if people like it or not. I need to find myself a vintage house coat as well. I realized that was the thing when I was watching my second Disney film ever, The Great Mouse Detective. What?
No, I'm just trying to look for a very specific style of jacket that I really want to show you.
What's his name? The mouse comes home and he takes his deerstalker outfit off, including the cap, and then he grabs off of the same jacket rack a house coat that he puts on. It's not a smoking jacket. It's just like, you know, tie a little sash at the waist. And I'm like, right, that's a totally Victorian thing. I had completely forgot it. I need one of these. I need a house coat to walk around in with flowing silken bottoms. You should see me in my one-piece silk pajamas set up, Weebs. It's quite the thing. It has a robe accompanying. It was a gift. The next girlfriend said, you'd look good in silk pajamas. And I was like, okay. And then she bought me a pair of royal purple, including the what would you call it? Robe, silk robe to go with it. Basil of Baker Street. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Basil.
All right.
That's right.
I think I figured out what it is that I was thinking about. I think I figured it out. Okay. French aristocratic jackets.
Hold on, let's see.
From the 18th century. Oh, hang on. So.
Oh, wow.
Not the stockings, but like the jacket itself.
I'm okay with the jacket, but you know something I've never for a minute been into is the wrist doilies. What do you call them?
You don't like the wrist doilies?
I do
you
not
don't think
like
those are charming?
No, I'm not a fan of the wrist doilies.
I could tolerate the wrist doilies, but I'd probably end up ripping them off. Come on, we gotta find a good version of this. But yeah, I'd like to be able to walk around in a jacket like that just every day. You know?
Yeah. Okay, Unholy Reaper says the great mouse detective equals Sherlock is a rat. I am a long-time Sherlock fan. One of the Sherlockians and etc. Yes, I actually read the Baker Street Journal and so forth and get deep and nerdy with it. And I had no idea that was even a Disney film. I didn't watch Disney films as a kid, never have. The only Disney film I had ever seen before then was Robin Hood, that I did watch over and over again as a kid. The second Disney film I ever saw was The Great Mouse Detective, and that was only 6 months ago. And I was like, holy shit, this is brilliant. It's like there's a little mouse that lives in Sherlock's house and he runs around as a detective like him. And I loved it. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
See, that's why I keep pushing Weebs when she does her movie selections. It's like, can you make it not animated?
Can you make it not animated? Because you don't like animation, or just because you're a Debbie Downer, or because you suck? Just kidding.
Okay, so 3 options, and all of them are rather disparaging. Is there
a fourth? Would you like to? Fourth option, you choose.
Fourth option, because I would like something that's a little more dramatic than just a fun walk. I mean, think about the first 2 selections. We've only done 2, right? Which were The Departed and Pride and Prejudice.
Yes.
And both of them got at chords that both of those films struck with us personally in a big way. They weren't just strictly nostalgia. And I was hoping for something that you were going to pick next along the lines of Pride and Prejudice, meaning something I would never watch on my own, but is something I've heard about. And for you, as we've talked about, represents high romance. This is romance to me in fiction. And I was like, okay. And now I have a sense of that. And for it's like interpersonal drama and the tragic lone wolf character underneath extreme pressure, that's represented for me very much so in The Departed. And I think you enjoyed it. Maybe it might not have been a film you watched on your own, but why is Weebo frozen? Oh no, she's not. She's just being very still.
No, I'm just looking for my list because I had compiled a list, an alternate list of movies that weren't Shrek for you, but now I don't know where I put it.
Movies that weren't Shrek.
Weren't Shrek.
Oh, weren't Shrek. I was like, I never made you watch Shrek.
No. Shrek. Okay. All right. I have a few options here, but it has to be a movie that you haven't seen. So I'm just going to go from the top down because I did compile a list. All right. I did do that.
Right.
So the first topic that I have has to do with redemption story arcs.
Right, I remember mentioning the redemption. Yes, cool.
Yeah, story arcs wherein the character completely flips, where they go through a metamorphosis, I guess, in thinking. And I came up with The Last Samurai.
Ooh,
have you seen that?
I have not seen that. Okay. I've heard it's good. I'm into the Akira Kurosawa samurai films very much. Tom Cruise, I think he gets hated on a lot, sometimes justifiably, sometimes not. I could watch that. That.
All right. So we have option 1. Redemption story arcs are just story arcs for characters that adjust. How about say metamorphosis story arcs for that?
Sure.
Okay. The next one is artificial intelligence movies. This one's got 2 topics, or 2 movies within the topic. I have AI and Ex Machina. Have you seen either of those?
Okay. AI, I probably wouldn't want to watch, but I've heard a hell of a lot of good things about Ex Machina, and I've never watched it. So yeah, I'd be totally down for that.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of good things. And
So you don't
Conspiracy,
want to watch
Occult, Illuminati, and NWO movie review says Zatoichi Films. Yes, Zatoichi is fantastic. Blind Swordsman weebs. You've never seen it. If you're into the samurai thing at all, it's fantastic.
My dad loves The Last Samurai. He loves everything about that movie. It's
Really?
Yes, and it's a good movie too. He has it on DVD and he has had it for quite a while. It's a movie that was with it. I don't know when it happened, but he snuck it into the kids' DVD disc holder when I was a child, and it was one of the movies that I ended up just picking out of the DVD thing. He was like, "Oh, watch this" on a long car ride north or south or whatever one day, and I loved it. And that's how I know about that movie. My dad just sneaks movies into my childhood. So you didn't want to watch AI at all?
I'm just saying, Ex Machina and two films I was excited about. What the hell? What do you?
Okay, all right. And then movies about death.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Like movies about coping with the heartache that comes with death, basically, just kind of reconciling it.
So revenge films.
No, because that's not quite the theme. It's just coming to terms with death movies, basically.
Okay.
You know.
Right.
So I have 3, but 2 of them are animated. And I know you're already internally groaning, aren't you, Polly?
Maybe.
Okay, but at some point you are going to watch at least one of them because I'm not letting it go.
All right, I've already seen Op, so
no. One is Coco.
About the chimp?
No.
Yeah.
The movie about the Day of the Dead.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Another is Onward, which just came out, and I absolutely loved it. But it's a little bit more nerdy than Coco, and I think you might actually enjoy it.
Okay.
Because it's nerdy. And you're a giant fucking nerd.
Well. Right.
And then because I can't give you a list of movies without there being a Robin Williams film, What Dreams May Come. Good night, Dad. Have you ever heard of that movie?
Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come.
Uh-huh.
No, never even heard of it.
Okay. It's got an interesting concept. There is a fantastical aspect of it, but it's grounded in reality, I guess you could say.
Is it though?
Well, kind of. The concept about the movie is that, well, Robin Williams dies. No spoilers, but Robin Williams dies. That's the whole thing. And he goes to heaven, and then he has to cope with the ramifications of him dying before he thinks that he was ready to, in a very real sense, like with his real life, as well as in like reconciling that with the fact that he's dead now.
Well, it sounds like a tearjerker.
It can be. They had us watch it in high school.
You hit full falsetto there, so I'm gonna guess that it.
I mean, a few of these are tearjerkers. Onwards, Coco. I sobbed like a little bitch after those movies.
Is there any movies you have that I'm not going to walk away feeling like shit from?
Well, Polly, you don't get to choose.
No, it's true. I know. It's not.
I gave you options.
Polly, when it's my choice, that means you're not choosing.
And then just in general, like movies that I watched when I was a child that had a substantial impact on me, that were nostalgia films, I guess you could say. I have 2. I'm not quite sure you'd be into either of them, and I'm not sure if you've seen them or not, but they're nostalgia tearjerker, not tearjerker, but like they meant a lot to me as a kid. There's Bridge to Terabithia and Tuck Everlasting. And I do believe I read both of those books.
I have not heard of either one of those.
Oh. Oh, they're more children-y-esque movies, though. So
I'm curious.
not animated, though, for the most
Well,
part.
that's good. I'm curious. Why? Okay, so the movies from when you were a kid. How about? Did any movies are they making it in there from when you were like teenage weebs and becoming like a rebel and developing your own personality and being influenced by things where it's like, oh, I want to be like this, or I appreciate that, or that's a style that I want, or here's a motif that really speaks to me and my emergent personality.
You mean like a coming of age movie that I really related to?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I think there's lots of you could ask this of a lot of maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know. You talk to guys, it's like when I saw that movie when I was 16 years old, it blew my fucking mind, man. I was just like, wow, because that's a teenage boy thing to do and think and be like. Is that also with the ladies?
So I had a really weird, interesting upbringing. The things that I like aren't typically liked by a lot of females my age in any capacity at any age that I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
I've typically harkened back to more childish, fantastical, adventure-y type movies that embody what it is that I probably missed out during my childhood, which is really super sad and pathetic. But
No, no, no.
like,
I don't like idealism kind of thing. Like,
I guess like um, they're fantastical. They're not like groundbreaking, spectacular things. Like in the case of Harry Potter,
okay,
I connected very deeply with that entire series as a movie series, but also as a book series as a kid. That's actually a reason I can read. I think because I couldn't read until third grade until I picked up a Harry Potter book, and then I was like into it. But part of that was because I didn't have like my eyes correctly working together. The other part of that was just because I did not like to sit down and sit still and power through a book at all
right.
until I got into that series, and then I was just devouring them left and right. Um, there were a few other films that had a significant impact on me when it is that I was going through that crucial stage of development that was like puberty and middle school and stuff, but they were also very childish. For instance, Secret of Moonacre, that was a fanciful
Secretive. I think.
Secret of Moonacre. It's based off a
Okay.
book uh, from England called The Little White Horse, and it's a fantasy adventure type story about a girl who goes and saves her entire home and the village around the home based off of teaching teaching the feuding families in her house or in her general vicinity how to put their pride away for the greater good of like everybody else. um, there was Tangled, which I related to on a very spiritual level, which is super silly. I get it because it's animated, and not a lot of people think, hey, you're going to get a lot out of a Disney film, especially post Renaissance Disney films. But Tangled, I remember distinctively, I watched that about 30 times before I sent it back through the next Netflix like DVD rental thing they used to do. Um, really, really poked me in the feels. I really enjoyed that.
Gotcha.
Um,
Netflix Minutes says The Secret of Nim was that movie for him. You know what? I've heard great things about Secret of Nim, and I've seen clips from it. The animation looks just, it's got that fluid animation style. Looked great. Never seen it.
ooh, ooh. You know what animated film you might actually enjoy?
Was that?
Because it's got a very steampunk space pirates vibe to it. Actually, that's exactly what it is. But Treasure Planet.
Heard of it.
You've
Don't
heard
know
of it, but
nothing
you
about it.
haven't seen it?
That's right.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, scrap everything. We're watching that movie next. Please,
Okay, that's your
please.
choice, is it?
Yes, that's my choice. Treasure Planet. I'm gonna make Polly
Treasure
watch
Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Is it a take off of Treasure Island?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That I've read.
I own that movie on DVD. I loved it as a kid too. Because you were asking me to come up with movies that impacted me in my childhood, and that was one of them, actually. Treasure Planet was awesome, Evolved Potato, and it never got the credit that it deserved as a movie because I guess it wasn't marketed correctly and they didn't have faith in it. Disney did not have faith in it as a production company, just for whatever reason. I think they were much more into the Disney princess phenomenon than they were into actually producing anything that was not Disney princessy, and this was definitely not Disney princessy because there's no real romancy aspect of it. It's purely adventure based. And it's honestly something I would expect more from Pixar than anything else. Plus, the animation style was groundbreaking. It used elements of Tarzan in the animation, as well as I think just normal Disney animation, post Renaissance Disney animation. And it's very interesting the way that they did it. I 100% think that this is the best movie idea for our next movie night. I'm circling it. I've convinced myself. We're doing it.
Done.
Good. But that doesn't mean that this list goes away because I still have those other options for later down the road because I like to have options for later. Anyone else see the CG movie 9? Asked Brad Young. I did not. Polly, do you know what he's talking about?
Nope. 9. You got me on that one.
What's the secret of Nim?
The secret of Nim is a Don Bluth. Do you know Don Bluth stuff at all?
Mm-mm.
A genius animator, really unique style. Have you ever seen the old video games? Dragon's Lair, he did those. I'm trying to think of an American Tail. He's just very particular look and style. Like, yeah, definitely worth checking out his stuff. But that's one of his films that I have never seen. Don Bluth is a legend. He's got like a fandom like you wouldn't believe.
Good to know. All right, I will definitely check it out. I have a list of movies that I actually got to get through too. That's the thing. Thank you the next 6 minutes. Sorry I didn't get this right away, but thank you for the donation. Greetings, Weebs. An unexpected venue with unexpected expenses courtesy of the Wooflu. Help this girl recoup some of her losses, y'all. Buy her sweet merch. It's awesome. Like Weebs, be awesome to Weebs. Buy merch. Thank you so much for that. And I very much appreciate your reigning endorsement of myself. Even though I feel like you're a little bit biased, because technically 6 is my oldest internet friend, guys.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 6 is awesome, so I can see that.
Oldest internet friend that I actually still talk to, like on a regular basis.
Speaking of 6, thank you 6 for the donation. Bro, you have to watch Space Jam. Anyhow, Polly needs sweet potato accessories for his new potato. Help this awesome dude pimp his rig, y'all. Okay. Pimp that rig. Potato! I have seen Space Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm a huge Looney Tunes fan. Like Warner Brothers Animation, all those characters. The greatest voice actor of all time is Mel Blanc. I'm a big fan of Looney Tunes, so I had to see it, even though it gets made fun of and it wasn't the greatest thing ever, etc. Of course, I'm going to see it because it's Looney Tunes.
Wait, what did you think of the movie that we were watching 2 nights ago? Just curious. Like, how much did you see of it, and what did you think
I was just about to say, if I even offered a slight opinion, I'd be a lying motherfucker because I fell asleep so fast and I was so tired. I have blurry memories of it at best. I gotta say, it was what I do remember of it is you have a very organized viewing audience because it's like what, like 8, 7, 9 people, whatever, watching it. There were people yelling, talking over each other. It was just calm commentary, and I'm like, wow, this seems like a good crowd to watch movies with because people were talking, but not
like
over talking.
Parts.
Yeah,
well,
which was cool. I do remember that. I was like, I remember thinking this would be a cool crowd to watch movies with because they talk but not over talk. It's cool.
Well, I'm really thankful for my audience because they're pretty cool. I think that they're very interesting people as well as great listeners and fantastic movie watching partners as well. I'm not trying to butter you guys up. I genuinely think this. And I think that was actually the largest amount of viewers that we had for a watching party, actually, which I was also surprised that it worked out as well as it did. There were a few moments there where there were a lot of talking, but for the most part, it was during moments when that was permissible, like logically permissible. Like you can talk over the very extensive amount of song breaks that they had within the movie, no problem, because I also did have the the subtitles on specifically for that reason, for the fact that people do tend to talk over it, and that's fine. That's why
Right.
we don't watch like actual movies that I'd like to actually watch and engage in and like dive into with more than say just Polly. Because it would be very difficult to enjoy a movie that I actually wanted to enjoy for genuine reasons with 8 or 9 other people. But it was
the more people it gets tough. That's why it was interesting that it wasn't with that crowd. So that was really cool. Stood out. Brian Walters is Polly 9 is a hold on, I'm getting English. 9 is a post-apocalyptic steampunk CGI movie where humanity is wiped out by machines and must transfer their souls into tiny steampunk construct bodies. Damn.
I saw a movie that I really wanted to watch yesterday on Netflix. Something about automated carbon or something.
Oh.
It was an anime.
Oh, it was an anime. Never mind.
It was an animated. But it's from the writers of Ghost in the Shell. Can't remember what it was. Someone in the chat knows, let me know, and I will let you know that I know that is the name. I've
been watching quarantine watching with a friend of mine, Altered Carbon from Netflix.
Maybe that's it. Altered Carbon.
Oh.
Is it a movie?
Well, see, that's why I was like, oh, I was just animated, because it's not animated, it's live action.
No, I'm pretty sure it was animated. Hang on.
With the amount of CGI in that shit, you might think it's animated. Wow.
Altered Carbon. Yeah, no, it's called Altered Carbon Resleeved.
Oh, and this is a standalone animated feature.
Yeah, it's a feature. Whereas the one that you're talking about is an actual TV show. Oh, okay. There are two different ones.
Yeah, we're one episode shy of finishing the first season, and we're going to go into the second season. I have my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being a big fan of Blade Runner, I'm one of those guys.
What? Blade Runner fan. I had the foggiest that you were one of those people.
So, cyber detective noir? Why would I like that? That doesn't fit in with my general taste at all.
That doesn't seem right.
I know, but it has some good, some bad. We're thinking that the source material that it was drawn from is probably far superior. The look and production, I won't get all nerdy with it. It's definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth your time. But greatest thing ever, stand the test of time. Yeah. I have my doubts.
Well, very little can be said about movies and whether or not they stand the test of time in the same way that you would like all movies to. There are a few out there. I'm struggling to come up with an example right now, but there are some out there that do withstand the test of time.
Dan Foreman says, dude, Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. Now, it's funny that you bring that up, which is, of course, the original Phil K. Dick short story that Blade Runner is based on. And in watching Altered Carbon, James Purefoy, who's this actor that I'm a big fan of, that guy's so fun to watch on screen. He's got like enough charisma for 4 actors. I've COVID. Excuse me.
Are you gonna be okay? Do I need to call an ambulance or something?
No, I'll be fine. Okay. That's become an IRL joke amongst a few of my friends, and one of my friends helped me come grab some stuff from my office and campus, and that's the joke. Whenever you cough or sneeze, afterwards you go COVID, and
cough while you're saying COVID.
Yeah, I was like, you want to help me swing by campus, grab some boxes? Everything's already packed up, and I want to grab my extra monitor because I'm not going to be using it there for a while, and I can use it at home. And he's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's going to take 15 minutes. And while we're up there on the floor of my offices, we're packing shit up, and I coughed, and I went, COVID! And there was a couple of other people there, including an untenured sessional instructor. And a pall fell over the room, and one of them said, that's not funny. That's not funny. And I was
really?
like,
It's not?
yeah. And I was like, oh, it's just a joke. It's not, it's a little like inside joke that we crack. And they're like, that's seriously not funny.
It's
I'm like,
seriously
my
funny.
God, lighten up. Nobody who actually has COVID-19 is going to cough and then say it. Clearly, there's some. Never mind.
People
but
are just taking this entirely too seriously, I think.
Yes, and well, no, and yes. Yes, it's a deadly serious thing,
Yes.
and literally in this sense. And if you're older, have a compromised immune system, you should be taking it extremely seriously. You should be careful around people like that. It's all the things that you've already heard. Yes, you should be taking the serious things seriously. But when it spreads into politicizing the fuck out of it, rage festing, going nuts with toilet paper, obviously not.
Beating the crap out of some Asian dude in the middle of the street because he looks like the poster child for where it is that the virus came from. No, stop it.
Yeah.
None of that.
Well, it's Lion Patriot next week is like, how dare Polly? Polly's too funny for the normies. It's not just the humor doesn't translate and fall over. Like, I'm realizing how, even though people that are on campus as university students, they're certainly not normies in terms of like being like your everyday person. They're special.
You don't say.
Well, you know what I mean by that, Weebs. Okay,
they enjoy a very specialized form of attention and or care of behavior when it is that you are around them.
Yeah. Yes. So yes. But with that said, they're very much normie in the sense of like black humor, black comedy, sarcasm taken to pretty far extremes. Yeah, that shit's gonna miss them, and they're not fans. But James Purefoy, first time I ever saw him as an actor was in the HBO series Rome, which I strongly recommend. I have recommended it to Weebs and to anyone else.
I know.
Great fun, great production values. It's really like ancient Rome taken to, high drama, high interpersonal drama levels, but still a hell of a lot of fun to watch. Last only 2 seasons. And James Purefoy plays Mark Antony. And he was fucking fantastic as the boorish Antony. It was great. And he's one of the main characters in Altered Carbon. And in looking into that, I accidentally found out that he also did a BBC radio play of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. And I just got a copy of it a couple of days ago, and I am so looking forward to it. He plays Rick Deckard, the protagonist of the story. And it's like, James Purefoy, I love this guy. And he did voice acting in a full production radio play of this. This is going to be awesome. Total win.
Nice. The new Marvel heroes named Safe Space and Snowflake, says Daniel Fullman. That reminds me. No, I was on with Lords of the Night when I discovered that was a thing.
What's
Probably that? The Safe Space and Snowflake characters from Marvel Comics.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Have you had a chance to indulge yourself in that shittery?
Clearly, somebody doesn't watch comic book curation.
Well, I've been a little bit busy, but yeah, no, I haven't seen the last episode.
Fine. It was
you guys talk about.
That was a joke. No, we talked about it on comic book curation already because oh my god, the shit has really hit the fan with that, and justifiably so. Justifiably so. It's garbage. It's crap. It makes no sense. I actually said when it was starting, it's so far gone that how can you not, in the back of your mind, think they might be trolling us? Because it's just like, you know what I mean? So I said, I'm just going to put this out there just as like a fail safe early on. I'm suspecting that this might be one giant joke just to fuck with all the comic skaters out there and people that are into making fun of SJWisms, whatever you want to call it, right? And we're going to create these characters, and they're going to come out and go, ha ha ha, you actually believed us, you guys are suckers. Just in case, because that's how fucking far gone it is. Nuts.
I would not put it past them. But yes, if you guys would like to hear Polly's full hot take on this safe space and snowflake nonsense, go check out Comic Book Curation on Polly's channel. What is it, last Wednesday?
Yep, the Wednesday it just went by. What was it, episode 78 or 9? I've lost track, something like that. But it's the last comic book curation.
Put it in the chat. You go right ahead, Polly. I won't
All right,
stop you. Do it. Show yourself.
Paste.
We're trying to build up. Already? I am a little bit. You know, my schedule's a little bit off because I'm an hour behind where it is that I normally am.
Yeah.
Sad face. But it is what it is. We'll go until 2 hours tonight. How about that?
And where does that take us for another 12 minutes?
No, actually, because we had to restart this show, I think we'll go 2 hours, like where it is that the live clock says. So it's 1:34 right now. So another 26 minutes.
Alrighty then.
Is that acceptable?
No. But you're the one in charge here because it's your channel, so we'll just...
That's fair. You're right. Speaking of things and stuff that are supposed to be posted to your channel, Polly, how's our collab coming?
Oh no! You know what happened just last night? Do you want to hear about my late night drunken wave of guilt?
Yes, I do.
So, I have a Discord server. It's called Polly's Workroom, and it exists solely for the it is what it sounds like. It's just to record audio. That's it. So Inquisitor's in there with me and Weebs. That's it, because just to record audio. It's the only reason I created it. And I went over there to grab something that I thought I had posted, and look, it was staring at me. The thing we had been working on. And I was like, oh God, I had forgotten about it until right now. And I'm going to admit, I would say I was drunk. I'll say I was, I was to the point where I shouldn't be operating a motor car. Yes, that was, I was at that level. And so when I thought that was a late night, early morning wave of guilt. I was like, well,
you dunce. You're funny.
Am I?
But yeah, how is it coming? Just curious. Like, have we made progress in any way?
Yes. Yep. I'm chipping away at it, and it can't last forever.
No, it can't. So, like, how many minutes are we at exactly? Because I know we went until at least before the 5-minute mark, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's just that, like, every minute is drawn out so long. It's because the scene, again, we don't want to spoil what it actually is, because I don't think we've ever actually said, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, we're keeping it on the DL, but everyone knows that it's a thing that exists.
Oh, yeah, they're aware at this point.
Okay, so but like, how far in are you editing wise?
Let's say 50% at least.
Okay,
I'd go more like 60.
Okay.
And things got a little bit spacey because there was one point of the editing that I was having a lot of trouble with. And I know sometimes you might have done this. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to leave this on the back burner and skip ahead to the stuff that I can pound out a lot easier. You know what I mean? So there's stuff that's at like the 70-80% mark that's like filled in, and I'll catch up to it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it's like, Janik says, I'm already subscribed to you? The hell is going on? Am I drunk? There's what people are DMing me and tweeting at me saying, and I've heard other people saying this about other people's streams on streams I listen to. Nobody's getting notifications anymore. People are getting unsubbed. Bells are being unclicked. What is going on at YouTube?
No.
Times are weird, man.
What is up with their algorithm that it has this many issues? Like, okay. Genuinely, as someone who is a computer scientist, who has had experience working with algorithms that are buggy and sometimes inconsistent in the way that they execute. I understand. I'm currently working on a genetic algorithm that runs through a traveling salesman problem, and sometimes it doesn't execute correctly or at all, or sometimes it does exactly what it is that I want it to, and so it works out. So I get it.
Right.
But you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, international corporation, right? That has a plethora of computer scientists working at any given point in time on the algorithm, trying to better it. And you can't solve that simple problem of, well, you guys are being unsubbed. Now, that speaks to me of either pure neglect in that capacity or simply malicious intent.
You, not being there at YouTube headquarters when they're making these decisions, do you think it's just like we make a switch with the way that the bell could be rung? Because remember, it was just like receive all notifications, and then it became selectable. There were options when you click the bell: some, all, none, that kind of thing. Do you think that it's coding mistakes? Like, I'm trying to make sense of how they could fuck up this many times. Like, they change something and it ends up wiping everybody's preference selection because they changed the selections you can make, so therefore it wiped everyone's selection. I don't know.
So it might be a database error, wherein if they change anything in the algorithm, it automatically adjusts everything in the database because they haven't actually gone through the specific spreadsheet of everyone who has a YouTube channel and been like manually inputting that data. So they're just doing it on an automated basis. And as a result, whenever you change something in the algorithm, it adjusts the database in such a way that is dramatic enough that you do notice those things. Things do fall by the wayside because computer science is not perfect. There are little bugs and quirks that happen no matter where it is that you are in the coding process that do need to be ironed out. The larger it is that your database is, the larger it is that your algorithm is, the more that it handles, the more problems you're going to run into, and the more you try to improve upon it without having that, tweak, or with having a database as vast and as constantly adjusting as YouTube does, then you are certainly going to have issues as well. So it's entirely possible that it's just simply, it's too big to handle properly. And as a result, things do get glossed over. And they simply can't fix each and every individual instance where it is something that goes wrong. Because you have to remember, right? They adjust anything in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Automatically, that gets pushed out to the database. Whatever it is that they're adjusting in the algorithm adjusts what's in the database. And if it's not specifically, and this is without having actually looked at the goddamn anything that has to do with YouTube, if it gets pushed out and it's not individually parsed the way that it is that you want them to, the computer system's just going to make a decision automatically, or the algorithm's just going to make a decision automatically either way without thinking about that third option. And it might do it randomly, depending on the specific terms that they've set within the algorithm.
Right. Well, okay. Number one, Nowhere makes a point. Like, things are broken when he's got my recommends are full of James Charles videos. What the hell's going on? Yeah. Right. I don't know why I keep getting recommends for stuff lately in the past week that I have never watched. I've never clicked on a video that has anything to do with some of the subject matter. I don't get it. A lot of, get this, DIY bows.
DIY
like bow and arrow archery bows.
Oh,
what? Why are my recommends, regardless of what video I click on to watch from my sub box, am I getting stuff on do-it-yourself archery?
Yeah, let's see what it is that I have that's automatically recommended to me right now.
Like, I'm sure that's interesting and all, but what the fuck?
Here, let's deep dive into what it is that Weebo does in her spare time when she's watching YouTube videos. This will be an interesting study on the YouTube, on the Weebo YouTube. The first thing in my recommended is mother-in-law and her mother accuses me of child neglect, relaxing Celtic music. Have a scene featuring Blair White, Jay, and Sebastian. Simulating natural selection. Enter the Dragon Sin of Wrath English dub. R/Nice Girls. I'm quirky. Let's see what else. What else we got? COVID-19 updates. Oh, The Great Gatsby, Why Nick is Not Your Friend. Thomas Bergerson, Return to Sender. I bought a $48 GTX 1050 Ti on Wish.com. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with me. Maybe it's because I'm looking for tech supplies. Lord of the Rings, Senor dos Anéis, Modern Classics. By the way, Overly Sarcastic Productions is such a great channel to watch. You should totally do it. No, these are my subscriptions, I think. Maybe. Or videos I've already watched. But yeah, that's what's on my recommended list. Let's see what happens if I refresh the page. People realized they were being stalked by The Sad Story of Hungry Fat Chick. 1 hour of magic fantasy music. Beautiful, magical. Mother-in-law gift me reborn doll that looks like my baby. More Overly Sarcastic Productions. The Philosophy of Sauron. Nietzsche and the Lord of the Rings. Nietzsche? Probably help. I actually want
What?
that. How do I pronounce this?
Feeling a little lost.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. How do I pronounce this?
Hold on. Where are you highlighting?
Right here. Do you see what
hold
that
on.
says?
I'm gonna have to move this to my larger screen. It's so small I can't even see it. Can you point at it again, please? I'm sorry.
Right here. Right here.
Nietzsche.
Okay, then it did.
As in Friedrich Nietzsche? Yeah, and that's a picture of Nietzsche.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Okay.
that's my recommended list. Only one of those things was weird. What?
I don't know. I watched some weird things on Overly Sarcastic Productions. I think I hit some really, really bad first views on Overly Sarcastic. I'm going to give it some more chances. You recommended it to me. I went and subbed to the channel and I watched a couple of videos and I'm like, this is crap. But everyone speaks so positively of it, and a number of the video titles do seem very, very interesting. So I'm going to revisit it and give it a better chance.
What did you watch? Was it the history side or is it the legend?
The history side.
Okay. See, I'm a bigger fan of the story stuff, like the summarizations of the actual legends, mythology, and all the jazz. They have a series called Trope Talks that I also quite enjoy, actually. I don't always agree with them, but I do enjoy watching them because I do feel like it helps with my writing abilities. So yeah, maybe it is that we're just not watching the same content.
There is a lot of content on that channel.
There is. They have gaming stuff and story reviews as well. Or not story reviews, but like story summarizations, history summarizations, and then like the actual trope talk stuff. I quite enjoy it. But it's not for everybody. That's totally fine. The sense of humor and the delivery doesn't have to be universal. I get that. It was just a suggestion for you as a fellow content.
I'm always open to suggestions. Unholy Reaper says, I sent you an article about that on Discord. Cool. I'll check it out. See, in my recommends right now, let's see what we got. Duncan Rhodes Painting Academy. This is for painting like minis, like wargaming minis, right? Yeah. How to paint a 1944 to 1945 German grenadier. Wow, that's real wargaming. A Down the Rabbit Hole video. An MRE review. 308 Winchester, large versus small primers, and the problem with flash holes.
Interesting.
UK border security agents bust a grandma. Okay. from Danger TV. I have no recollection of ever watching it. I don't know why that's recommended to me. A video from Blind Press when she got her new eye inserts. I got new eyes.
Ooh.
You guys should check out Blind Press. She's awesome.
Cool.
How New Yorkers are coping with the coronavirus from New York Times News. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Exposing Davi vanity worse than Onision from Blair White.
Oh no, David Vanity.
Davy Van. Well, it's just Dahvie, and that's Davy. That's how you say it.
Davy Vanity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oversimplified history. World War II, Part 1. I've already watched that. It was great. It was pretty funny.
Cool.
Yep. $25 Vietnam capsule hotel. Okay. Pennsylvania man captures all the walks of life crossing a log bridge.
Maybe you just don't watch YouTube enough.
I watch lots of YouTube. I don't. JFK motorcade reenactment, October 8th, 2015.
Interesting.
How to paint Our Lady of Martyred Lady Battle Sister from Duncan Rose Painting Academy, another painting video. Oh, look at this. Salt bath and healing of rifle cases. Oh, I'm going to set that aside. I want to watch that.
How many videos are in your watch later?
I don't ever use the watch later like function. I probably should. I really, really should.
It's really helpful because all you do is just have a playlist of videos that you want to watch later, and it just cycles through them automatically. And it's really nice because you don't have to tab, and it just goes through your own personal playlist of like watch later videos. I have 45 in there right now. On a really bad day, I'll probably have like 200 videos in there.
Really?
I have to go through and I'll be like, okay, I'm no longer interested in watching this, or I've already seen this, because you can get rid of the ones that you've already seen. It just depends. Or you have to get rid of things that people have privated and deleted sometimes, because that does happen from time to time. But it's really simple. It's really nice. It's probably one of my favorite features about YouTube.
Daniel Folman says, I mentioned the Zapruder. That's with a P. Zapruder film earlier. Weird. No, I saw that you did mention it. Daniel Folman said the Weebo Poly collaboration has been gone over more than the Zapruder film. That's cool, man.
Yeah. The Weebo Poly collab has been suspended indefinitely due to coronavirus. I saw that comment too.
Ouch. I didn't see that. Oh, someone's cold.
That was also Daniel Folman, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah.
Evolved Potato says, you're never open to my suggestions, but most of them are anime, so I can understand why you're so boring. Well, you know, I watch my hentai and ecchi, and you just don't recommend the good stuff, so I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you from Jan X, who donated to the Streamlabs to say these dollars these dollars will cure you from the COVID-19. No problemo. Stay safe. Kiss, kiss. I'm much obliged, son. Thank you very kindly. Daniel Folman says Weebo should animate her videos like overly sarcastic. That would be entirely too difficult for me. I think I'll just stick to face cam because y'all like my face anyway. So why even, why fix what ain't broke? Unless my face is broken, in which case we'll find a different way to do this. Although I have been wishing that I had like an avatar of myself, but I can't draw for shit unless I take like 50 hours out of my week to actually make an effort. And I'm a perfectionist in that regard. So it would not ever get done because it's never going to be good enough. I'm only an artist when I absolutely need to be, if that makes sense. Oh, speaking of art that I've done that Polly doesn't appreciate or something. Polly, I sent you a copy of my thumbnail that you don't like without the text because you wanted it. Did you ever get it?
You did?
Yeah. It's in
Where,
Discord.
on Discord?
On Discord, I sent it to you.
Oh, I just sent you a video on Discord. You should check it out.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Thank you very much for that.
Did you press play?
No, I did
You should
not.
press play.
I'm not going to press play while we're live.
Well, why not?
Polly. That would be inappropriate.
I'm not saying put it on screen. I'm just saying play it.
It would still be inappropriate. I am a sweet, innocent child of the Lord. How dare you try and
But no one believes that.
Yeah? Here, I'll send it to you again since you're such a butthole about it.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Let me fix. That's right. Yeah, okay. I'll fix this.
Far makes avatars? Oh, perhaps I will.
Far makes fantastic avatars. You might want to
I'll bother Far about that.
avail yourself to her talents.
What's her going rate, would you say?
Ooh, I don't know, but all you got to do is hit her up on Twitter. She is available. I will actually, just for the sake of everyone here, hello, typing. Let's go.
He's typing. Speaking of which, let's open it up to comments to questions for the last 5 minutes or so, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, if you have a question for myself or for Polly, please do go ahead and ask, and we will do our best to answer.
There is a that as far as handle on the Twatter. She's just at Farzusme.
I thank you so much.
And anybody can hit her up. She does channel art and avatars and all sorts of things for reasonable rates, and then transfers multiple versions of them to you in color and then in black and white or sketch form or whatever you want. It's all customizable, so by all means, hit her up. All my otters are done by her, and lots of other people. Chaos Eve's channel art is done by her, as well as her avatars are all done by Far. She's pretty awesome.
Is her current name Harlot Mystery Dungeon New Horizons?
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure.
Next 6 minutes is Polly. Hey, you ever get a Casey Neistat video recommended? No.
I've not.
Knock on wood by the grace of God. Whew.
To be fair, I'm not quite sure what Casey Neistat does on the internet.
Oh man, it's like he's Philip DeFranco's best friend. Let that tell you everything.
Is he really?
Well, not. I don't know if he's actually best friend, but they're endlessly promoting and shilling each other. He's a shill-tastic guy that is built for YouTube. You know, millions of followers, millions of views, videos that are about here's something that you should look at and consume and then forget. And then I'm Casey Neistat and let me promote. And this is Raid Shadow Legends and whatever Squarespace and
Squarespace and that beard oil stuff that is completely useless to Phil because he doesn't have a beard. Weebo, did you have a rebel phase? Asks Daniel Fullman. Kind of. I did have a very definitive pushback phase when I was growing into my own personality and figuring out who I was as a woman, as a Weebo. Definitely, I was a very difficult teenager. My cousin can attest to that. My dad can attest to that. I don't know if it would be considered a rebel phase because I didn't get to a point where I was that difficult. I don't think, but you know, maybe someone else has a different perspective on that because I look back at myself with rose-colored lenses. I believe is that the correct way to put that, Polly?
I understood what you meant, so I'm going to say yes.
Okay, good. Remember, guys, it is question time. So if you would like to ask myself or Polly a question, you may go ahead and do so for the next 3 minutes.
Polly, am I perfect for you in a video game? Says Janix. Oh, I don't know. I don't have a sprite. Maybe. Possibly in Minecraft, because as I understand it from the YouTubes, all sorts of things happen in Minecraft. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. I've never played Minecraft in my entire life, actually.
You've never heard someone say, I want to kill that person in Minecraft. You know the thing? You never. No,
I've never
really?
played Minecraft.
You don't. It's a saying. Never mind.
No.
We're just gonna move on.
Weebo, did you ever find Peggy Carter clothes? I didn't get a chance to look before it was that we had to leave, because I just didn't have enough time and I didn't get around to it. But perhaps I can look online a little bit more in depth now that I have a plethora and overabundance of free time, guys. An overabundance. Weebo, do you have the hankering to do another rap video? I think my rap career's over, guys. Not gonna lie. I think the last Weebo diss track was my last Weebo diss track because I don't have the heart, nor do I have the system anymore to musically incline myself. Because I used to do all of the music mastering on GarageBand with GarageBand loops, and I don't know how I would produce the same level of content without GarageBand. And when my Apple computer died many, many moons ago and committed seppuku, I lost the ability to do that unless there's a GarageBand and there are appropriate loops through Windows 10, which I don't think that there are, but I haven't really looked into it. So, Daniel Folman, did you really rap that fast or was it clever editing? No, I actually did go through the entire rap in one go. It took a few times to actually get it completely right, but I did do it in one take. And the way that you can do that is that the little breaks that were like musical interlude breaks, where it would be that you get maybe like a chorus or two, those were to kind of help me catch my breath. I intentionally left those in there because I was like, I need a moment to relax before I get into the next verse. So that was what that was for. But MC Weebo is no more, I think. Maybe she'll reprise her role if someone else agrees to do the music. But I just have no time to actually, even with the amount of time that I have, I don't have the free time to produce an entire backtrack for that. It's extremely difficult.
I don't know. We were supposed to do that rap collab. Looks like
no,
it's not going to happen.
It's never been a thing. Do not make this a thing. It's not going on the table. All right, and so that brings us to 2 hours, Polly.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, good. Thank you to all who decided to come out and watch even after YouTube kicked me off of my initial live stream. Thank you to those who have viewed, who enjoyed, who even didn't enjoy, perhaps, maybe. Thank you to those who liked and commented and subscribed to both myself and Polly. Thank you to those who shared the video, especially because you guys are the ones that are helping us get a broader audience and spreading the good word of Cocktail Hour out there to all who are out there. Thank you to those who will comment, like, and share and subscribe as well in the future after we've, processed the video and made it go live. And thank you, Polly, for coming out and streaming with me. Also, thank you to those who donated as well, especially. You guys are the ones that are bringing the show to yourselves. So pat yourself on the back. Why don't you? Do it.
Woohoo. Oh,
Polly.
shit. Sorry, I just missed a last... God damn it. I missed a donation that came in a while ago. Thank you, Janix, for the $3. Well, now I know, so I will try my best to get in your live streams when I see you are live streaming. My English sucks, so sorry. No, your English is fine. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, I'm streaming on my channel with Noir Bar at irregular times, and then every Wednesday for comic book curation on my channel, and then Cocktail Hour with Weebo every Sunday. And then we're going to do a special one Tuesday, right?
Yep, the weapons edition.
Right. Cocktail Hour Weapons Edition.
Because what's better than having alcohol in combination with weapons?
Woohoo! And we're talking strictly edged weapons, right?
Strictly edged weapons. I will not be bringing any guns on stream because I do not have any guns to my name yet.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe
yeah, my edged weapons, quote unquote, collection is not very big at all. It's just,
well, then it'll be mostly a Weebo showcase.
Cool.
So thank you all for coming out. Same time, same place next Sunday, but also this Tuesday for the special weapons edition of this stream. Polly, do you have anything else to shill?
Not particularly. Cocktail Hour Unsheathed.
Ooh,
Ryan Walters.
Yes, that's a
win.
That is going to be the title of the stream.
Not particularly. That. I will throw the link to my channel up once again, even though you guys have seen it. But in case somebody arrived late, you'll be able to check it out for all the stuff that
we should have a special thumbnail for that show.
Yeah, sure. That's I'm trying to think of how the current thumbnail could have something edged included in it. Come up with something, I'm sure.
Yeah, we got a few days. With that being said, my next video will be out Well, now it's got to be out not Tuesday, so we'll see when it comes out. I don't want to post the stream and a video on the same day. We'll see when it comes out. Thank you so much, and good night, everybody.
Have a good night, all.
Bye.